morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kurojiri, your resident Synchro and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet-fighting robot series. Now, as we crest into the final hours before the end of 2024, and oh boy, has it been quite the year. Not just for myself, but also for Medarotters across the globe when it comes to new stuff related to Medarot. Models, lots of collabs, the announcement of Medarot Survivor that will be coming out next year in February or so. It's been quite a busy year from start to finish as far as Medarot S is concerned. But as we draw that to a close and prepare to welcome 2025 and Year of the Snake, it looks like we're going to be starting off the year on a relatively quieter note and a day early, no less. Since things are going to be going live tomorrow specifically, if they're not already live in-game currently. Since we got most of this news from last week, since there is technically no one in the office at the official Imagineer building to talk about it this week. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what was officially announced for this week, starting of course with the gacha banners and who to expect. Now, we actually got one rather interesting surprise this morning to celebrate and welcome 2025 and the Year of the Snake. And there were actually a lot of models that we were considering as possible candidates for quite some time leading up to this moment. And I'm honestly glad to know that one of them was actually a model that we actually saw coming. That model is MDS0 Snake Queen, with a kit of Rebirth, Perfect Guard, Hold, Multi-Legs, and the leg ability of Captor. Now, you're probably wondering where exactly Snake Queen came from, and we actually have had her twin in Medarot S ever since days of launch back in 2020. So that means, yes, this is the twin of Prowl Viper that is currently in the permanent banner, the spotlight pull at any given banner that you choose to pull from. So at long last, the twins shall be complete. But it is also worth noting that Snake Queen has one rather interesting charm to her, and that's the fact that she is packing a Perfect Guard as an arm, which we've only saw one other time before on Fixer Sigma of the Rockman X collaboration. So now we're going to finally have a non-collab version of Perfect Guard available as an arm, and that will be available at any time as she does grace future banners. In addition to Snake Queen, the main piece that we did know that was incoming for banners was of course the popularity poll that is officially live as well. This includes a list of models that all the fans had weighed in on as their top models of the most popular models through the game as of current. And a lot of those models get boosted rates in this banner, such as Shushu Pop 3, Sakachi C, Leah Lila and Cheerful Bun 3, and other even Arc BDT and Tyrell BT as you see here as well. So it is going to be a very solid banner that you'll be able to pull from. Granted, this special banner specifically will be a paid, so you will need to pick up some paid rubies from the web store if you want to use it, but for the models that are available in that banner, I'd honestly say it's hard to argue because there are plenty of good models in that banner, and you probably would almost be guaranteed to be walking away with at least one good part that you could use on your library and in your teams. Now, as for boosted rates, that apply only to Snake Queen's banner specifically, because that is the only quote-unquote official banner that we're getting this week as well for Year of the Snake. We are going to be seeing reruns of popular Snake-type models, such as OBS0 Death Flare, the Ouroboros type, with All Restore, Micro Shock, Charge Drain, Float Legs, and Revenger, and everybody's favorite and well-known original Medusa type, MED0 Stone Mirror, with Triple Destroy, Biped Legs, and Mascot. Now, being completely honest, if none of the models of this particular week starting of 2025 are of any particular interest to you, you could probably take a good chunk of this week, farm the events that are incoming, and just kind of call it a day. And after the long event that we had with the Zoids collaboration, and then the /0 right behind it, I'd say everyone's kind of due a week of respite and rest to kind of recoup lost resources. Now, if you do choose to go after Snake Queen, though, and collect either her or either of these two lovely models here, you still will have some very solid parts available that you can pull use from, such as very good float legs, basically boss-type variety, Micro Shock on that right arm for Death Flare, Stone Mirror for destroying any of your shield busting, and generally can't go wrong with anything of the like. For the Fierce Battles this week, it's going to be a pretty versatile farming week as well as far as models are concerned. Nobody new or nobody that we haven't seen in a hot minute, but still a couple very nice faces to see come back around once again. On this top row, we're starting off with GBB01 Slap Beat, with Shoot Boost, Beam, Thunder Shot, Flight Legs, and Radiator. We have SGT-0 Sagittarius with Suction, Defense and Evade Seal, Flight Legs, and Hidden, and KIN-0 Pintaro with Crest, Double Hammer, Biped Legs, and Endurance. On this bottom row, we have TND-0 Tank Dunk with Napalm, Missile, Gatling, Tank Legs, and Bullet Rain. APL-01 Top Gunner with Radar Sight, Double Missile, Flight Legs, and Aim. And kind of tying into the theme of the snake for this week, MDZ-0 Meduzard with Freeze, Sword, Counter Guard, Multi-Legs, and P-Loader. Now, like I said, lots of very solid skills that you generally can't go wrong with farming for this week and making good use of, between a very solid chunk of them, being completely honest. Slap Beat for Thunder Shot, Sagittarius for Defense or Evade Seal, Kintaro for Legs with Endurance if you are able to tank properly, Tank Dunk for Tank Legs with Bullet Rain, Top Gunner for missile attacks on females, and of course Meduzard for more relatively versatile kit across the board. But that being said, I still do have to give MVP of the week to Tank Dunk, primarily for Tank Legs with Bullet Rain for any of your dedicated shoot nukers, because Bullet Rain giving you the boost to success and power of your shooting parts if you have more equipped from your opponent is a very easy condition to meet, and honestly one that you can meet very quickly and very easily on your team. Whereas a good chunk of these other ones, while still very useful, usually have only one particular passive or maybe just something light on the end, which won't be nearly as useful as far as overall or immediate combat is concerned. So make sure you farm for all 6 of them just for the sake that you have their parts in your library, but Tank Dunk probably will be starting off 2025 as MVP of the week. Now, much like it has been in previous years, though, we do have a rerun of a lot of popular New Year's Medarotter alt skins from Medarotters that will be coming and going through the year as well. This time around, we will be seeing the rerun skins for a set of the original New Year's alts for Salt and Anise from Medarot 8. For these particular bonuses, as a friendly reminder for those who do currently have them, Salt will allow you to bypass all traps and boost your heating by 15% for 1 turn, basically guaranteeing that if anyone's using, say, Shoot Trap for your max shot, well, guess what? That's no longer going to be a problem for you for that next turn, as long as you can bypass and make sure that hit counts. Anise, on the other hand, will reduce all CG consumption and requirements of meta-change-reliant type bots down to 0 for 3 turns. So this means if you're making use of a meta-change type bot, such as, say, Ganking, Boson, Grain, Fermion, or someone of the like, and any of their drives have a charge requirement to them, well, guess what? Once this is activated, that will no longer be a problem for your next 3 turns. So granted, make sure you do have some charge in your gauge by then, so you don't have to forcefully have to stop what you're doing and recharge, but still going to be a very useful skill to make use of from turn 2 onwards. For event stuff, though, it is going to be a very light week, though, so we're not going to be seeing a lot of very high-end or a lot of very expensive or lucrative rewards, but still a lot of very nice things to farm for all the same. This time around, for New Year's 2025, we have the opportunity to earn FYN Fey Knit with Repair Plant, Restore, Repair, Biped Legs, and Fairy Charge, and extra gacha tickets for them to start off January 2025. Now, Fey Knit in particular, if you have her mugshot in the image gallery, she's actually had some new art for some time, but not actually been given a fresh new model. Well, that is no longer the case, as she is officially making the jump from 3D to, well, more fresh 3D, I guess you can call it, since the only time that she appeared was Medarot R back in 1999. And this event will be starting a day early on New Year's, on January 1st, so we don't have to wait 2 full days from time of recording to officially prepare and participate in the event. Now, the event itself, though, will be featuring Metameister, so pure sets will be encouraged across the board if you want to maximize those bonuses. Now, what is Metameister for a lot of our new players and a lot of our veterans that may not have seen this for a while? Essentially, Metameister will provide one particular dungeon challenge each day over the course of a week, each dungeon getting progressively more difficult than the last. Complete the dungeon to earn bonus points, and you can earn more points by using specific bots or Medarotters, as you see here. But you can also accomplish special challenges, such as use a support skill twice, use a Medarotter skill, defeat, clear without taking damage, a lot of very easy things for bonus points on top of that. And then for about I'd say about day 4, day 5 on, they start really ramping up in the difficulty, such as giving enemies boosted heating or HP, but lowering their mobility or something similar, to really make sure that you can stay on top of the challenge. Now, if you can participate and earn the minimum point requirement each day through the week, you really should have no problem maximizing those rewards as well. But the nice thing about MetaMeister is it is a one and done. Once you maximize those points for the day, you're done, and you don't have to do anything else in the event until the next day. So no farming, no grinding, very easy in and out, and you're done for the day, like I said. As you see here for those bonuses, Death Glare and Stone Mirror will give you that 12% bonus per part. I do highly expect that Snake Queen will probably give you a 15% bonus as the highlighted Year of the Snake bot. The Fey Knit, Ophiuchus, Yatsukubi Daija, the Ancients, Shoot Wyvern, and Shanglong will give you a 5% bonus per part, and the Fierce Battles at a 3% per part each. For Medarotters, the 2 New Year's Medarotters will give you a 15% bonus per equipped, a 12% for either of the SR ranks of Arase, Hisaki, Koishimaru, or Salt at a 12%, a 5% bonus for the New Year skins for Arase, Hisaki, Koishimaru, or other, and a 3% bonus respectively for all involved. So, given that a lot of these Medarotters have been around for quite some time, I really don't think farming for points is really going to be all that difficult this time around. So it's going to be a very quick in and out, like I said. One other thing to mention that started today specifically is a new addition to the Marathon Survival for a time, and that is the rare 100-man Marathon Survival Challenge. For those that are unaware of what Marathon Survival is, it essentially will give you a bracket of rounds up to a checkpoint, and every round you complete will add that set of parts to a banned list that will continually grow. So this is a test to see how well you've been paying attention to raising other parts, as well as how flexible you are with using things you probably don't use super often, if at all. But it is a full 100 round challenge, so gonna be very easy. This one's probably gonna be more of the grind through this week. But being completely honest, it is essentially a cakewalk in the park that you can essentially go in and out with, and really not sport to have any major difficulty with. My only real advice is once you get into those higher levels, do make sure that you kind of start conserving your more powerful parts or your special parts, so that you don't use them super early and then end up getting screwed in a farther difficulty down the line. Now, for PvP, starting off the month of January, kind of continuing with the Year of the Snake theme, we have the opportunity to earn the Snake-style skins for both Ophiuchus and Yatsukubi Daija, as you see here, and we also can earn the Eagle-style Should Wyvern skin as a rerun. Now, for the rerun skins that are going to be added to the skin shop for the month of January, that will be featuring Eggplant-style Shanglong and Mount Fuji-style The Ancient. Now, as it is for previous months as well, we will be seeing specialized banners for Should Wyvern, Shanglong, and The Ancient going live for the month of January as well, in addition, of course, to Yatsukubi Daija and Ophiuchus. So, don't feel too pressured to pull for any of these banners specifically, unless there's one specifically that you're looking for that you want, because the banners will be going up through the entirety of the month of January, and in the case of the Ancient, he is a Spotlight, which means he is available in basically any banner already, and you really don't have to exercise too much effort or ruby effort into pulling for him, since there's a chance he may spook you on someone else's banner. Now, stepping away from game stuff and moving towards community-related events, we are still always looking for translators to assist us with any current projects or endeavors, such as with Medarot 4, or the manga translation that have started picking back up again. So if you are knowledgeable in coding, cleaning, Japanese, or have some time on your hands, or if you know somebody that might, feel free to reach out to us, ask around in the community Discord, and we are most certainly happy to get you in touch with the right people to fill you in on what still needs done and what has been done. The more people that we can have working on a project, the quicker that we're able to possibly finish it and even see something see to reality. Additionally, if you don't know anybody, or if you perhaps don't have any particular skills to offer, just a friendly reminder, I do have a link in the comments below to Variant's crowdfunding, where we can possibly commission to have some of those extra lines of text completed on our behalf to kind of lighten the workload on the translators themselves. because the more help we have, the sooner we can see these translations completed. And in the case of Medarot 4, it is essentially the final chapter of the Ikki and Metabee saga, so it is going to be really nice to see that final chapter officially complete, so we can play the entire saga from start to finish and fully enjoy it in its entirety. Now for the weekly art highlights and the final art highlights here for the MNN for the year of 2024, I had to pick a couple really nice ones, and I didn't have to look too far for that. This one here by my friend Mono Zero, sporting everyone's favorite resident sea slug, Wanderer, also as the XP and avatar for Producer Son, and Cheerful Bunny also celebrating the new year, as again there is no one officially in the office to report on stuff for this week. We did get stuff last week in trade for that. And this year, and this one here by Twitter user Sylvalion041, who I don't really touch base on too terribly often, but still feature fantastic art from. This one here by this model Tricerabots, which is a model that has not seen the light of day since 1999, and that actually will be changing come February 2025, as it was revealed he will be a starting playable bot in the game Medarot Survivor. So it is very nice to see him finally see some time in the spotlight once again, and very interested to see if that will translate into Medarot S closer to release date. One final note and reminder before I do wrap us up here, as a friendly reminder, I am always open for commissions, and I will be trying to push for that even more so coming through this starting year as well. So if you are looking for a live 2D model ready to rig, a 3D model fully rigged with the works, art of varying degrees of toon style, cell shading complexity, or even emotes on top of that, I have a very wide variety that I can do. So feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, on Discord, or Blue Sky, and we can most certainly try to make something happen, or even possibly cut a deal on what you're looking for a reduced rate if you buy in a bundle. So feel free to reach out to me, and we can most certainly try to make something happen. But with all that being said, that does basically cover everything for this week's episode. So, like I said, it is a relatively light week in terms of content, since most of the stuff that was revealed, minus of course Snake Queen basically dropping out of nowhere today, as of today, it is going to be a relatively light and easy week, and a very openly welcomed week with Respite on top of that. But if you'd like to know more, you can follow us below on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page, or the Metabots Forever community on there that I do also run and manage. You can also join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below to keep an even closer ear to the ground on the action. This includes any new links to merchandise, fan art, contests, my weekly episodes, or anything else of the like. That is the first place you're going to hear it before it goes anywhere else on the net. Lastly, you can also follow me on Twitter, on Blue Sky, or on Discord, as well at Isagami Kura. So if you have any questions, or feedback, or comments, or suggestions, or anything else of the like, or if you are a content creator, streamer, VTuber, whatever your poison might be, and you're looking for someone to collab with, feel free to reach out to me as well, and we can most certainly try to make something happen. But with all that being said, as always, I do appreciate you all for stopping in, just as you always do. And until next time, and see you next year, Medarotters, this is Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.